Hello, gaming video archivers. My name is Tragic, and I just got off of work, which means I'm going to be slipping in a little bit of commentary before I rest my head firmly against my pillow and expire for the evening. And we had a little bit of a search and destroy action here, though, and this is a team tackle search and destroy, so don't be raging against me for my lower end kill death ratio. I don't get that many kills, what you normally expect from a search and destroy game, so you gotta keep in your mind that this is a team tactical, so I have less enemies, therefore I can get less kills. But anyway, we're gonna move on because I do not have any planned topics to be talking about today. I'm just rambling on. I do not know exactly what I'm gonna be talking about. But I just want to do this video because it's been 9 days since I have produced a video for this channel, and as a premiere director, that's kind of sluggish. I do have a dual commentary coming up that I'm going to be doing with Sheiksa. It's an MLG variant. I have been doing a lot of MLG variant, recording a couple scrims for Sheiksa's team. Sheiksa is one of my friends that plays MLG variant on Xbox 360, and he's got this MLG team. And they've been so gracious enough to not only let me record their scrimmages, but to allow me to commentate with one of their members, and that's very great. And I'll be doing some of those videos for this channel, so just stay tuned. It'll be coming out within the next few days, but I decided to do this one right now real quick, just because, I don't want you to forget about me, okay? I love you people. So yeah, I have another interesting topic that I just randomly popped into my mind that I've kind of been debating about. I didn't know if I was going to actually bring it up in a commentary or not. But what I've noticed is I actually enjoyed Modern Warfare 2 more than I have Black Ops so far. And you wonder, how the hell did this guy just say this? Black Ops is way better, and I agree. It's more balanced. I love the balance factor. I love what they did with the guns. They took out some of the crappy stuff like one-man army and whatnot. But I have noticed that a lot of people hate MW2 because it was really like a grind to even try to play that game for the last month or 2 or 3. And I never really experienced that grind that a lot of people went through with the game. I played the game when it was fresh, and it was fun, and then after that, I essentially moved on and started playing a little bit of MLG variant pretty much all summer. It's what I did over the summer, which is kind of nerdy, and I regret it now, but I played a lot of MLG variant over the summer and practiced up on my skills, and that's pretty much what I did. And if you've ever played MLG variant, it pretty much rarely gets boring. It's so intense. Every match is like amazing. It's like 10 times better than game battles. Even just playing scrimmages or pickups, it's so much better than even playing just basic game battles matches in public rooms like you're seeing right now. And public rooms are essentially really dying off in their level of entertainment for me. I've been playing Call of Duty since COD 4. I started off in the first 2 months of COD 4. Actually, about March or May of 2000. Not 2004, COD 4, and it was a great game, and I enjoyed COD 4, but it just seems like I kind of have this miss from MW2. I'm not saying that I necessarily need to have the no recoil that on the the ACR, those types of guns, but I just kind of miss those no recoil guns like the FAMAS and MW2, which was a 3-burst weapon, which is fully automatic in Black Ops and has pretty much more recoil than anything I've ever seen before. And the ACR had 0 recoil and was hands down probably the best assault rifle in MW2. And I'm not saying that I necessarily am that low skilled to where I need to have those overpowered weapons with no recoil and a lot of damage, but it's almost like over the 30 days, I'm sorry, but I did play 30 days of MW2 if you add everything together. Yeah, I definitely played that much, and over that time you start to grow accustomed to the way guns feel and the way guns should be. It's not that I was that low skilled or that I am that low skilled. It's just because I'm so used to not having to worry about recoil and stuff like that I've pretty much came out of the start of start of Black Ops and really been like, whoa, I don't remember ever being this sluggish at a game. My aim's a little off a little bit, and I just haven't been putting up quite the quality of numbers that I did throughout the Modern Warfare 2 era, and I had a lot more fun in MW2. And like I said before, a lot of people hate MW2 because it was so boring in the last few months of it. But if you actually, examine the first 4 weeks, the game's about roughly 3-4 weeks. You examine the first 4 weeks, it was that fun too. Like, people are saying Black Ops is better. It was that fun. MW2, I remember, was amazing. The first month, 2 month, 3 month. Like, I just failed the dolphin dive. I don't know exactly if the commentary is going to line up with what I'm seeing right now, because sometimes it doesn't. But dude just dolphin dived into the bomb and planted. It was just kind of sweet. I love the dolphin dive. That's probably my favorite thing they added to Black Ops. Well, anyway, what I was saying is MW2 was amazingly fun, and it's not like you just hopped on the game the first time and was like, this game sucks. I legitimately was addicted to Modern Warfare 2. I had a lot of gameplay days. As I said, I played single player like 10 times. I played an Xbox and PlayStation 3, and I played a lot of MLG variant scrims and private matches. So, I put a lot of time into MW2, and it's almost like as if I personally believe that Treyarch made a quality game, but of all the things that Treyarch did well, they really sucked at making maps, and that's one thing that Infinity Ward's always done better. There's not a single World at War map that I was like, oh, I wish I could have that map back. When MW2 and World at War came out, I was like, I wish I had Crash back, or I wish I had Overgrown back, or I wish I had Bog back. There's not any of those World at War maps that Treyarch made, and I was like, I wish I could have had that in this game. I wish they'd make like a patch, or not a patch, but a DLC where that was an included map. I never really felt that about any World at War map. There was a couple maps that were good, like I like to play on them, but they're never, epic, the ones that you pretty much remember forever. And for me, Infinity Ward makes way better maps. High Rise, for example, is my favorite map in any Call of Duty installment of all time. I love High Rise. It's amazing. Most equally balanced map ever. Essentially, both sides of it are pretty much identical to each other. There's just slight differences, but essentially, you can hold the spawn trap the same exact way on both sides. And I definitely believe High Rise was a good map. Also, Terminal was a great map too. Most of the MLG maps, MLG variant maps that were in MW2, I fell in love with. Invasion was another good one. It was good for Search and Destroy, and good for Demolition. And Scrapyard was good. Infinity Ward just makes epic maps, and Treyarch has delivered a quality game that balanced things out a little bit, and they made it almost as if it was you had to actually be good at this game. You had to have skill. You have to try hard if you're going to be successful and have fun in this game. In MW2, you could just freaking screw around on there, just hang with buddies, and that's really what I was, really into, just hanging around with my buddies. When I play public, I play public a lot. I'm not going to act like I'm an MLG variant star. But when I play pubs, I like to just relax a little bit. I don't like, I'm not saying I like to run around with a sniper and no-scope everyone and be spinning like Grizz or anything. But I don't like to have to be tense when I play public. It's a relaxed environment for a reason. That's why it's public rooms. If I wanted to have to be intense all the time and be struggling and, be like, oh, this is important, I'd play game battles more. And that's pretty much my philosophies. I wish they would have done better things. As far as maps are concerned, the environments are awful. And they did deliver a nice single player. I have not beaten it all the way, so it might be a little premature to say that. But from what I've played of the single player so far, it's definitely a great experience. I never really am a single player person. The only other franchise that I ever really got into for single player was Uncharted. And if those of you who don't have PS3, the Uncharted franchise is pretty much a good reason to play PS3. Hands down, in my opinion, the best single-player game that's ever been released is Uncharted 1 and 2. And we got a little bit of a comeback coming here. It's 2-3, just about to tie things up here. And yeah, I'm pretty much just kind of leading the squad. A couple dolphin dives here. But yes, Uncharted is a really great game, and when I play public, I don't like to have to be so tense all the time. And what Treyarch did, I'm not saying that it was a bad thing, because, some of the stuff, MW2 was really noob-friendly. It was great for the noobs. But this game almost seems like that you have to try hard if you're going to be successful and have fun. For me, having fun is, 1, hanging with friends, and 2, doing good. other people don't really care about any of their statistics. I really don't care about my statistics, but it kind of is embarrassing being involved with YouTube and dropping negative 3 rounds straight and whatnot, and especially with the whole COD player card system that pretty much displays your stats. Anyone that wants to see your stats can look at your stats. It's kind of pretty nerve-wracking. I wonder when one of these YouTube guys that'll happen to come across one of my videos go up and look at my poor statistics, especially on Xbox. I'm a PS3 natural player. I was born on PS2. I played PS1. I played every PlayStation console, even the PSP. And I recently picked up an Xbox a couple years ago. Just play with some buddies, and eventually I started playing like MLG Variant on there, just because it was a better medium for playing competitively. But really, I was more built for the PlayStation controller. It fits my hands better. I pretty much grew up playing that controller. It's not like Xbox controller. I can deal with it, but my aim is a little bit off. Like my reflexes aren't quite as good because the controller is so damn big. And I like Xbox, but one thing that PS3 has over it is, of course, the controller. I can't even say anymore that PS3 has everything built into it. I used to have this big argument. Like, I used to be so defensive of PlayStation. When someone would attack PlayStation and say Xbox is better, I always used to have this great argument that that PlayStation has everything built into it, even though it was $600, which, at the time I was making this argument, PlayStation was like $600. When I bought my first PlayStation 3, it was $600. And, I always made the argument that PS3 has everything built into it. It has Blu-ray player. It has pretty much 10 times better stats and everything. Specs is the word I'm looking for, not stats. Dolphin dive. But, yeah. Xbox, when I had the white one, I have the white one. And essentially what you have to do is you pay for the Xbox itself. Then you pay for the game. So that's what? It was like $360 for the game in that. You get a controller which comes with it, but you don't ever want to use the controller. It's stupid. I pretty much went out and bought myself a rechargeable kit for it, which is another, I don't know how many bucks. And then you want to go out and buy a mic for it, because at the time I did not have a headset that was compatible with both consoles, so I had to go about and buy a mic for it. And I wasn't gonna use that freaking Xbox mic. That's like 2 pieces of plastic and a freaking foam piece. I mean, that's useless. So I had to go out and buy a microphone. But even to play online, at the time I had a wireless connection only. Now I've progressed into wired, but at the time all I had was wireless, and I had to buy a wireless adapter, which is an extra $100, and that is absolutely ridiculous. And then on top of that, Microsoft just slaps you in the face by making you pay for every single thing, including the service of Xbox Live. PS3 has always been free, and it still technically is free. A lot of people bring up the argument that because of the PlayStation Plus, it's not free. It still is free. You still get the basic stuff, but yeah, you just pay for a little bit extra. And that concludes this game. And if you're curious, I actually did lose this game, and that just goes to show that I have absolutely 0 friends on Xbox 360 to play with, and that if I had a party, I would, and I could have won. But the fact is, I carried this team, and we still lost in overtime, which, is kind of heart-wrenching. But I decided to go ahead and make this video anyway, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So please, if you enjoyed this video, definitely leave a rating below. Or you can go check out my personal channel at youtube.com/otragico. I'll be uploading tons of MLG variants. So if you are a competitive, loving person, definitely check out my channel. And stay tuned for further MLG variant uploads to a game video archive. I am done, so peace out, guys.